Hi there, this is the eponymous Evans trap from the famous game in 1829 between William Davies Evans and Alexander McDonnell, played in London. So after e4 and e5, knight f3, knight c6, the Italian bishop c4 and bishop c5, where Evans played the trap which took his name, the Evans Gambit, b4. Giving up the b pawn, since after bishop takes on b4, white gains time by playing c3, which not only hits the bishop on b4 but supports a d4 break in the center. If the bishop goes back to c5, rather than playing the immediate d4, which is very playable, white can also first castle, and then if knight f6, which does hit e4, white can strike at the center now with d4. And black should really play the ugly looking bishop d6, where white's going to certainly enjoy a little bit of a spatial advantage here, but that's probably black's most resilient defense, that retreat bishop to d6. If instead e takes on d4, then c takes on d4, and white has really got monster pawns on d4 and e4. The bishop's being hit, so back to b6, but now these marauding pawns are going to start steamrolling forward. e5 hits the knight on f6, and black here is already losing position for black in all variations. If black counter strikes with d5, a type of idea we see in openings such as the Scotch Gambit, then white will play e takes on f6. Black's going to pick up the bishop on c4, and white could proceed with f takes on g7 or rook e1, both winning. Were black to interpose with bishop e6, then white's likely to take first on g7, then rook g8, and now d5, and that's going to be winning for white, as the bishop there on e6 is pinned. So black's not going to interpose with bishop e6, rather play king f8, but that's going to allow the queen's bishop to develop to a3 with tempo. Bishop a3 check, driving the king to g8, and now d5 hits the other knight on c6. It finds sanctuary on a5, but now the bishop on a3 can really entrench and embed himself there on e7, gaining time, hitting the queen, which has to move to pretty much to d7. After f takes on g7, hitting the rook, king takes the pawn, queen d2, and the queen's heading for g5. That's going to be checkmate on the move. So black counters with queen g4 to cover that g5 square. But now the queen, the white queen, c3, attacking the king along that diagonal. And when the king goes back to g8, then we have a beautiful win. Queen sack, queen takes on h8 check, forcing king takes h8. Now the bishop to f6. The queen can interpose, or the king can go to g8, but rook e8 anyway is going to win, and that's checkmate on the move. So this has been the eponymous Evans trap in the Evans Gambit. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.